Hello, everyone. Today, I just decided I'm going to greet you all with a video, and I'm going to put what the Lord has put in my heart today. And I just asked him, "What do you want me to just talk about today?" And the word he gave me was houses. So we'll be, because it just happened, figuring out that together for probably the next 5 minutes. Houses, clean houses, swept houses, dirty houses. Houses represents clans, represents bloodlines, represents genetics, scriptures come back to the house of such and such. So when we're talking about houses, we're not necessarily talking about a physical place, although it can be physical. We are talking about things that are inside of you that are more generational and physical. You might not even know your great 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 grandmother, but she's still in your house. Oh, come on. You might not even know that uncle that passed away over 200, 300 years ago, but they're still in your house. Whether you see them or not, they're still there. They might look like something else. They might look like someone else. You might not even see them, but that does not mean that they aren't present. So I challenge everyone seeing this video. Make a list of 25 things that are in your house, and they could be good or bad. Those could be things that complement you, good talents, good traits, good habits, good vices, good disciplines. And the same for, it could be bad vices, bad habits, bad traits. And I want you to go to 3 of those things out of that list of 25. If you can make 25, however many, but out of that list, 3 things that you want removed from your house, from your children, from your bloodline, so you don't never see it again, or just from you. And 3 things that you are grateful for that happened or came or that you do inside your house. And guess what? Those things that you are grateful for, those may not even be things that started out as a good thing for you. It could have started out as a bad thing that developed a discipline, or it developed a moral consciousness. Somewhere inside of you it said, I won't do that, so you started doing this. And I can only bring it back to me, as far as in the way I was raised, my parentage. And I saw things from that, not just growing up in my household, but other people's households. I've gleaned from growing up around other people. And I said, I'll never do that. I'll never be that. And then God said, stop judging. Never say never. Don't put that in your vocabulary. Say, if I saw it, then it's something that God wants me to see. And so if I see it and I don't like it, take it out of me. Take it out of me. And I consider myself a pretty darn good parent. But I didn't get to be that way till I saw and lived through, it's just me speaking from my person, of what not to do, what not to be, what to never allow around my children or around anybody that I profess to love. But the bad thing that happened, God was able to turn it around into a good thing. And that good thing started because in that particular area, I developed a discipline without even knowing. I developed a discipline towards that. And when you develop a discipline and you seek every day to master it, to become a master over that specific thing, then you're allowed to teach it. And not teaching it in a way like we're talking right now, but your life teaches it. the fruits you bear. So look at your houses today. Take 3 things you want out, 3 things you got in, and you're grateful for. And I can almost guarantee you that the 3 things you want out of your house, that you want God to remove, that's something you've allowed in, or something you didn't even know was there till it popped up. And the 3 things that you're grateful that you have, more than likely, that came out of pain. More than likely, that turned into something beautiful. And so that's a little challenge that I have today. Look at your houses. In my house, there were many gods. And I'm talking about even after I had cleaned up the things that were generational and from the bloodline. After I stood in front of churches and I fought for people that I was told they would burn in hell, I would burn in hell too. And that's where my connection in with the LGBTQ plus community comes in. Because I'm not saying God doesn't care about what you do. He just didn't call me to care about what you do. So I stood on the moral principles of what you do in your bedroom, if it's not hurting an animal or an intellectually disabled person, or especially a child or someone who cannot speak for themselves or even process, I don't care what you do. If you touch those 3, we got a problem. But the man you in love with, and you a man, the woman you in love with, and you a woman, or all these different things. God, my job is to love. God's job is to judge. I'm human. So you touch one of them 3 things that I said that I know you ain't supposed to touch, well, guess what? I'm going to have to minister to you. But you're going to have to hold your head down in my presence. And you can't come no closer. But who you love, and if that's the person, those are all things that are none of my business. My job is to love you, to reconcile you back, to bring you back home. Everybody want to be right. I just want to clean your house. Because I'm still cleaning mine too. So when we go to that, and he was without sin cast the first stone, I'm not casting no stones. Or get the beam out your eye for you try to get the splinter out of your brother's eye. Yeah, that's true. I'm not trying. I'm trying to tell you how I got my beam out. How I got that big piece of wood out of my eye so you can, get your splinter out. But more than likely, your splinter is going to be more dangerous than my bigger piece of wood, because I can just grab that. You got to get pliers and all this stuff to get in. So some people in their houses, they have intricate work to do. They got work that's going to require skill and time. I am not here to judge you. I don't know the time you have left. I'm not connected to how long your minutes and hours are on this plane or planet that we are on. My job is just to let you know it's time. If you see me and I'm coming across your feed, it's time. My life has been a work in ministry for days, for years upon years. I'm thinking probably over 40 years, maybe even more. But January 2nd, 2024, he said, I'm ready to show you now. You got to come out. And people have tried to pull me out into this very same spotlight, into this very same. And in some things, I went willingly. And God will call me back. You're not ready. Go back, go back. But now he's called me out. So if I come across your feed, you are being called out too. Let's do this together. Let's get called out and then figure out it as we go along, and we call other people out. But first we have to acknowledge what we got in our house, the surroundings, the things that sit in secret when we sleep. We have to look at that, and we have to call that out and call a spade a spade. I'm calling out overeating. And I wouldn't say it's the spirit of gluttony, but I would say it's the lack of real preservation or care for myself, coupled with the lack of discipline. And that comes from just giving my time and attention to things that I deemed more important than me. I had to call myself out. But I can look and say, okay, because that time I ate that cheesecake, because I was emotional eating, it stopped me from going upside that girl's head that day. You know, so at this point, I just want you all to check your houses, check your inventory. It don't mean condemn yourself. If you're led to correct something, correct it by all means, but you cannot change what you will not or refuse to acknowledge. So the goal today is find those 3 things you want out, 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things you're glad that came out of it. And put in a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, because we getting on the algorithm. If you coming across me, then you already a part of whatever God wants for me and you. And everybody else, so forth. I'm only looking for my kind, my people. And if you watch those other 2 videos, I've told you what those criterias, what those people are. I just want people that know how to grow, and that want to grow, and that want to change, and that want somebody to help them make understanding of some of the stuff they saw on the journey to get to this video. And that's what we're here to do. So put it down in the comments, like, share, and subscribe. But I don't care if you don't ever like a video. Get the word. Because if you see me, it's for you. Have a wonderful day.